Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gleevac. I got an 87% on fire game playing as Widowmaker, which is pretty difficult to do in most situations. And I just kind of wanted to walk you through how I got this and how to play Widowmaker in general. But first off, I want to apologize for that as I get annihilated by this Bastion that I had no idea was there. But coming in here, we're going to start this game off really strong. I believe we're going to pick off almost the entire enemy team and be able to push our payload out. One thing I know about Widowmaker is it's hard to determine. I played the game for about a week and a half so far, and what I've found so far is that as Widowmaker, you want to try to figure out, you want to be able to determine when you should get on the payload and when you should stand back and be able to pick off the entire enemy team. So you can, it's just like that. So your team can move on to the objective. So right here, I'm kind of deciding whether I want to stay with the payload and help my team out, or I want to provide like support from above, which I do right here. I do a hook shot, and if you guys don't know what a hook shot is, it's when you jump at the peak of your grapple, and it shoots you up into the air, and you're able to get a better vantage point on players. And so right here, I'm still just picking people off. This is where Widowmaker should be. Unless it's running overtime or something, Widowmaker generally shouldn't be like anywhere near. I mean, she can be on the payload, but generally, I mean, you've seen all the kills I've gotten from my team here. If I was on the ground with the payload, I wouldn't have been able to get the vantage point to get all these kills. And that's why, like, I think my objective time is actually my average for games is very low, generally because I'm just providing support, and that's what I should be doing for my team. So as our team reaches this first checkpoint, I'm trying to push in early to be able to take out enemies that might be threats, especially another Widowmaker, because I do remember taking out one in the beginning of the game. But this Symmetra manages to take me out because she has her laser thing. I don't know what the hell you call that. Her portal gun. So yeah, just fast forward through the deaths. So I'm barely managed to get squeezed through these doors. And so I'm looking right now that I was looking for the support player, which is Lucio, and I managed to get a nice headshot on him, because you always, as a Widowmaker, you always want to target the support players, because support, you know, as you know, they heal, they can damage boost, do all that kinds of things. And then I see this Widowmaker, and I want to take her out as soon as possible, because if they're a good player, they can put down a lot of damage on the enemy team. And also as Widowmaker, you want to Torbjorn's turrets. It's very difficult for some of the other heroes to take out those turrets. Those are going to also be one of your main objectives. I believe here is where I pick up my second death from a Soldier 76, which I believe, from my experience of the game so far, about a week in, is one of the hardest heroes to counter for Widowmaker because of his damage output and how he is pretty effective close range if you are playing as a Widowmaker. And Genji is also another hero that's very hard to counter as Widowmaker.
The objective is now active.
And what I found best to counter those in close range is you want to have either your grapple saved up to get you out of there, or you want to run away and hard aim around a corner so you can try to pick off a headshot, because that's one of your only options unless you're just a bad player. So I think as Widowmaker, first off, it's viable to counter those heroes or any other hero that's kind of close range, is save your grapple. Don't use it unless you actually need to, because it can save your life. I mean, I'm sure in this gameplay it's probably saved my life a few times. Or maybe not, I don't really remember. One thing I just did that was very important for my team to succeed was I took out Torbjorn's Molten Core turret, and he planted that right over where the payload was, and that could have taken out a lot of my teammates. So for my advice on that, you want to try, I think the range for his turret is like 40 meters. Obviously you don't have like an actual measurement in game, you can't tell, but you kind of can learn the distance over time. So you just want to back up and just keep charging up 100% shots, and you can take out that turret, because I believe it has like 500 health or something. And so here we are moving into the second checkpoint. And I do kind of have this internal debate with myself, whether I'm on the payload enough or whether I should be providing support. I mean, right there we got like a Reinhardt, like most of my team is on the payload. And so I'm just trying to take out the support again. Lucio can be, his aura, his healing aura, his speed aura can be very, very helpful for the opposing team. So you want to try to take him out. And Tracer, these are my favorite things to do, and that's probably my favorite thing to do in Overwatch is take out Tracers that are very close. You'll see me do that, I think, twice in this game. I just took one out. And like I said earlier, you just want to hard aim around a corner, and charge up the full shot and try to get pick off a headshot. Plus, she only has 150 health, so if you have a 100% shot, you can just take her out with any kind of body shot. And right here, I have very low health, and I kind of, after watching this, I couldn't really decide if I should have stayed with my team and went back to get health. But I think I would have died because Widowmaker is pretty squishy and health-wise and can die easily. So, as you know, the kill cam in Overwatch is about 7 seconds, and it probably takes about 7 to 10 seconds to get back into battle, depending on what checkpoint you're at. So I decided it was best to get back to get health. But right here, this is probably the highlight of the game. Just that alone as a single, I do go shoot bodies too. I only shoot bodies or teabag when it's warranted, such as that, because like Tracer should be winning those gunfights. But so when you take her out, it's very satisfying. One thing I haven't covered actually is the biggest part of Widowmaker is sniping. My two probably biggest tips for sniping as Widowmaker is you want to predict strafes and you don't want to spray. As you see here, I got this game a few days ago and I've improved since then. But I'm very deliberate with my shots. It's very easy to get frantic and just try to get off as much damage as you can. But you want to, how should I put this? You want to have a full charge shot. You want to have the enemy in sight, and you just want to be able to predict their strafe and take very deliberate shots. Like right here, I'm actually spraying just because I want to hit him, but I shouldn't be doing that because I should be waiting. And as you guys know, if you shoot, the more you shoot as a sniper, the more the enemy team is attracted towards you. So like, yeah, like right there, that was a shot. I didn't take that last shot. Those last two shots were completely unnecessary, but I just want the kill so bad that I'll try to do anything to get it. But that's not what I should be doing, because that might have actually attracted the attention of those two guys right there. Maybe if I just taken one shot, they wouldn't have noticed me. I wouldn't have died. Here's a prime example of exactly what I'm talking about. Right here, it's look, he's in my sights. I mean, I could have shot, but I didn't, so I was right there. But then see, I take two very careful shots. I predict the strafe. I know when an enemy jumps in one direction, you know where they're going to go. They're not going to jump and then go back one way, because that's impossible. The game physics don't work like that. So I know where he's going to be, and I take the shot, and I'm able to take him out. So that's generally the prime example of what you want to be doing. And right here, for the example, he's jumping. I knew where he was going to jump, and I took the shot. It's just a matter of predicting strafes, really. That's all it is. Now, I do want to say that I have been sniping since Halo 3 and COD 4, those kind of days, around 2007-ish. So, I mean, I didn't just pick this game up a week ago and just get this good. It just takes time, it just takes practice, and I've just built these kind of skills over, I think about like 7 or 8 years or something. But still, I mean, anyone can do this, really. It's just a matter of, predicting the strafes, like I've said, and, taking very deliberate shots, like those two. I just take them out. And then I may just take out a high noon right there, too, which is also very satisfying. One thing I haven't covered is, positioning as Widowmaker, or Sniper in any other really game. Positioning is everything. It's almost, I mean, it might be more important than aim. I say they're probably on par. Right here, like, I mean, if I were to push onto the objective, just for the sake of just pushing onto the objective to try to push it forward, I would probably die very quickly, as from experience. I've tried. So it's just best for Widowmaker to hang back and just put damage on. But if there's no one around, again, I mean, I can always just get on the objective and help out my team. And right here, we do actually end up losing the game, but I believe my contribution to the team was massive. So I think it still makes a good video to kind of explain. Plus, I was on fire for 87% of the game, which should say something. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I covered I just went over my gameplay. I mean, there's obviously more to sniping than what I've covered, but I think that those are probably some of the most important tips. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out my channel. I upload a lot of sniping content, montages, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.